Every day I ask myself, what will I allow to define me? When I was 24, I suffered a spinal cord injury. Initially, I was filled with fear and overcome by grief. I had always worked hard to stay in great physical shape. Now I realize most of my energy would be consumed with the mere activities of daily living. How do you pick up the threads of an old life when you begin to understand that there's no going back? Going on would require a deliberate decision on my part. And so it is, when crisis hits, we must consciously decide, will we let it overwhelm us? Or will we ask God for the grace to bear up under these new burdens? Lying in bed during an ice storm at the lowest point in my recovery, I cried out and said, "No matter what happens, God, I will serve you. No matter what happens, you are the source of my strength." I didn't have power over my circumstances. I still don't. But they have shown me who and what I am. I choose not to think of the time since my accident as lost, but as experiences and knowledge dearly gained. These challenges have stretched me. God can use a crisis to get us to focus on Him more deeply. Before that, we can get to the point in our lives where we're so used to the distraction from our purpose that they become the substance of our lives. When crisis hits, the distractions are silenced. If they remain silent, it's because they were never that important. And only when they are silenced do we find out what really is. Then we face the choice of whether to live for God's purposes or to keep going our own way. It's the most important daily choice that we face. I choose to keep living with purpose, even though it means going forward in the knowledge that there are some things time cannot mend. Many times I've smiled outwardly, while inwardly I was grieving. I have memories from another life. The outdoors is that which bridges my past and present. Growing up, I was always drawn to the outdoors. Now, I live in a constant tension, a juxtaposition of being happy about what I do while being sad at how differently I must approach life now. So I push myself. Why? Because life means growth. And as I keep pushing, I keep growing into the fullness of life. It's how you become a better person. I continue to live a life filled with passion, even if that looks different now. My love for nature has never faded. My hobbies are an outward expression of my inward contentment. I live with joy that springs out of sadness. I have healing growing out of hurt. And I believe my life is worth living because I'm living it full of purpose, on purpose. Life is precious and goes by incredibly fast. I'm determined not to just survive, but to fully live.